What if you found a job not related to your passion? Huh? Ah! Today, I am about to film a Q&A. This is so not formal, I know, but so tired. I am going to buy a better, more aesthetic chair than this, but for now, this will do because I want to be comfortable when answering a lot of questions that will probably impact your life. So without further ado, let us begin. I don't have COVID. I feel kind of hyper. Let's see how this is gonna go. Okay, so for this Q&A, I'm gonna divide it into 4 categories. So first is college, and then APC, which is my course, Applied Corporate Management, and then career, and then lastly, fashion or styling in general. So let us... Am I too close in the camera? Okay, I think that's better. Okay, so first, which colleges did you apply to? Which one was your dream school? So I applied in UP, Ateneo, and LaSalle, and thankfully, after a lot of studying, it paid off. I got in all the 3 schools, but then for UP, instead of UP Diliman, I got in UP Manila, which is not so bad. It's just that I didn't even know the course that I got accepted in because I kind of just like winged it when I was sending my application. So UP was definitely out for me. So I had Ateneo and LaSalle, and it's so funny because back then when I was younger, I would always go like, go Ateneo, 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 everything. If you bring up LaSalle to me, I would say ew. I know it's maarte and judgmental of me, but that's just really me before. It was just really out of the picture for me until one day, someone who was 3 or 4 years higher than me, she's basically like an older sister to me, and she introduced me to this course called Applied Corporate Management in LaSalle. It's also her course, and I found it very enticing because back then I really wanted to just go for management, and I was weighing it out with Ateneo. If I go to business management compared to applied corporate management, which would do me better? It's just like, okay, I'll just go for APC because there are 3 internships, and also it's more narrowed down and exclusive because there's still qualifying exams and qualifying interview. As compared to business management, I just felt like when I graduate, I wouldn't really have that much of an edge. So there, unexpectedly, I went to LaSalle, even if I've been hating on it for years because I ended up considering the course and also the connections that I'll be able to make because I felt like I knew too many people in Ateneo already. A lot of my friends or the people that I already know are going to Ateneo, so might as well go to another school and meet new people, make more connections. And also at the same time, I considered the culture in LaSalle, and I really just felt like I was gonna be happier there. I was gonna fit in more. I know I said too much, but then of course I had to intro my course and my background before I talk more about my stuff. How to survive college. It's really being with a set of friends that have the same goals as you and also being focused on your goals, and after that everything will be so much easier. How do you know which course to choose when you have a lot of choices? So what I can suggest is choosing your sector or industry first. If you want to be in the business sector, if you want to be in engineering, if you want to be in the arts, if you want to be in education, it's really choosing the right industry or sector for you first. Then after that, you can go deeper into the courses. So example for me, I'm an honor student, but I didn't think or I never thought that I was that smart. Let's say I wanted to go for management engineering in Ateneo, but I know that the people there are like extremely smart. So I didn't even bother applying for management engineering. I just went straight to management. That was a place where I knew I would excel, and of course if I graduate in college, people would like it more if I have a better grade. So it's really just weighing out the future with your course, what you can get from it, how it will benefit you. Then if you don't like it, just shift. What if the course I want isn't what my parents want? I feel like parents will hate me for this. I'm sorry, but I have to say fight for it. When I say fight for it, don't necessarily like fight with your parents. Just like explain to them properly that this is your life. You're the one who's gonna spend a lot of your time working on this certain course or career or path, and also you know yourself best. And honestly, more often than not, you will not excel because it's not something that you enjoy, it's not something that you want to explore on. on, explain it in a very mature way. What do you do when you feel unsure about your course? Opinion about shifting courses. The perfect time to shift is the earliest time possible. Personally, I hate wasting time. If ever I want to work on something, it has to be an investment and it has to be something that I'll actually benefit from. The moment you feel that it's not right for you, then it means it definitely is not right for you. I don't get what's so wrong about shifting courses. Like, yes, it will delay you a little bit, but you'll end up doing what you actually love. You're gonna end up with a course that you super believe in and you think that you will really excel in. And you know what? It's just like being in a relationship. The moment that you feel like he's just not right for you, then might as well just leave, right? What's the point of staying? And it's the same way for college. How do you overcome academic slumps? Because I'm in a bad one right now with the work overload. Whenever I'm in a slump or block, what I just do is I take a break or I try something new. So whether it's suddenly painting or taking a nap, taking a shower, working out, watching some Korean show. There are some people who like working continuously for like hours and hours and hours, but there are also people who just really need to take a breather, because sometimes the best ideas come when you're bored. Take a breather, try something new, do something different for yourself, and then just get back to it whenever you're ready, but also while being practical and realistic about your deadlines. Is it necessary to have or join an org or a club? You will just learn so many things that can benefit you when you start working or even when you just graduate. And also you will meet so many people that can be your best friends, and you can just make so many memories that you will be able to cherish forever. And most importantly, you can also add it in your resume, which will super help, especially if you have no connections in the company that you want to work for. Obviously, the more experienced you are, the more that they're interested in getting you. The resume is the first thing that they see. But of course, also make sure that only join the ones that you can truly commit to, because the moment that you join too much, you're just gonna divide your time and yourself into so many pieces. And based on personal experience, that is not something that I recommend. And also, I really suggest working on your confidence and your shyness levels, your extrovertedness, because connections can go a very long way. Now, let us move on to my course, APC, Applied Corporate Management, only available in De La Salle, Manila. First of all, if you guys didn't know, we have 3 internships available, and in those 3 internships, you cannot just apply to any company. We have a list of companies that you can apply to because we have a criteria to make sure that the company that you're applying to will really benefit you in the long run, especially as a corporate management person that you want to be. You have the opportunity to decide which department you're going to be in, which department you're going to try out. That's why I went for it and decided to let go of my ultimate dream school for this course in LaSalle. And here's the catch, there are qualifying exams. So if you get in DLSU already and you got in as an APC student, technically you're only a candidate to be an APC student, because in the second year you still have to go through a qualifying exam and also a qualifying interview. So a lot of people get cut off, and thankfully I didn't. I survived it. The moment you do not pass one of them, you will be forced to shift out to another course. APC qualifying exams, hard ba talaga? Tips and your experience. The APC qualifying exams are very difficult. I'm gonna tell you. It's so difficult that everyone thought that they weren't gonna pass anymore. Like, I honestly thought, I was like, oh my goodness, I think I have no hope for this course anymore. But thankfully, their passing rate is very high. But the qualifying interview is something that you might wanna take it more seriously, because the qualifying interview is like a job interview. As for me, it actually just felt like a conversation, because that is how they try to get to know you. Then once they think that you fit in the corporate world, in the APC department, then you will get in. For the exam, my tip would be to answer as fast as possible, because it is so quick and so difficult at the same time. So if you don't know something, just skip it and go to the next question right away. For the interview, try to train yourself speaking in a manner that is a little more formal, less filler words such as like, you know, basically stuff like that, or even maybe even the word basically. Just be honest, try to feel and look comfortable and confident, and be yourself. What jobs can be offered to an APC student? Like what I mentioned earlier, in APC you don't really have to be, you know, just in one department. As compared to a marketing student, you can take marketing, HR, and sales just in one course, and then when you graduate, that's when you get to decide. So I think that's the nice part about it. So the fact that you've explored a lot, I feel like you can take any job as long as, of course, it's in the business industry. So you can go for corporate, you can go for startup, you can, you know, make your own business even. Like, imagine if I took sales, marketing, and operations. I can literally start my own business after gaining all the knowledge that I needed in those departments. It's a very flexible and beneficial course, especially if you're not sure what department in the business industry that you would like to take on in the future. What internships have you done in APC? I heard it's not the school that gives it to you. On my first internship, I was a talent and rewards intern in Willis Towers Watson. So it's like an HR consultancy group. Basically, other companies go to us or government institutions, and then we fix their HR into something a little more efficient and effective as well. Actually, it's supposed to be ACADS, internship, ACADS, internships, ACADS, internships, alternate type of thing, but because of the pandemic, we ended up taking straight ACADS. For the next 2 terms, I'm gonna do straight internships, and I'm looking into marketing and sales. Even if the management organization department in LaSalle has a connection with certain companies, it doesn't guarantee you a slot. You still have to apply like a normal applicant. You have to send in your resume, you have to go through the interviews and everything. You have to work hard for it as well. Where do you see yourself working after college or APC? Like, what dream company? Honestly, even if I'm about to graduate this coming school year and I have 2 internships left, I don't super know. The only thing that I'm sure about is that I want to combine business and fashion and maybe even digital creating together. Like, I just want to roll everything that I learned and experienced into one sushi roll and just eat it. I'm just kidding. I don't super know yet what company I want to work in. I have an idea of what department I want to be in. For the exact job, I feel like it's not something that I know yet. You can ask me again after the 2 internships. Now we will move on to the career category. What if I don't get a job based on my degree? You won't. I'm just kidding. I actually know a lot of people who end up taking a job that is not related to their degree at all, and honestly, what's so bad about that? Don't you think that it's more wasteful to take on a job that you don't enjoy just because it is related to your course? How can I know which career path I should take if I don't exactly know what my passion is? I suggest really exploring a lot of things. You're not going to figure it out in one go. Don't feel insecure or inferior just because you don't know what your passion is. Just really focus on trying out new things and then thinking if you enjoy it or not, if it's something that you see yourself doing in a very long time. And it's also very normal to have a change in passion. Like, I know so many people who were so passionate about something before and then now they just don't want to deal with it. It's not something that they enjoy anymore, and I am part of one of those people who had a change of passion. And just really try to get to know yourself, like, fully, honestly, and truly, and you will figure it out. What if you found a job not related to your passion but really supports your everyday needs? Okay, first of all, we all need food, clothing, and shelter, so I really suggest going for that job that will support your needs, because what is passion if you do not get to eat the food that you want to eat? Let's say it's between being a corporate slave and a photographer. So I suggest really, focusing on earning that money through that corporation, getting everything you need, whether it's connections or money. At the same time, let's say after work, why don't you try to research some photography lessons? Then, maybe also after work, you can go around, take photos, and then edit them when you get home, so that once you've earned enough money and also hopefully learned all the skills that you need to be a good photographer, that is when you leave and financially be stable, and at the same time produce quality output that is not just from scratch. How to find a job that suits you and you really love? How do you know your current career is the one for you? Okay, first of all, I'm not even sure if my career is already the one for me. Like, I'm not super sure about this whole digital creating thing. Like, I enjoy it, I'm earning money from it, I'm helping you guys, so I super love it, but I don't know if it's something that I want to do in the long run. It's just so many things I want to do and I want to try that I just can't see myself being confined. Before being this person that I am right now, I took so many summer classes. Like, guys, I even took an acting class once, and then I also took singing classes, but it didn't work out. And YouTube so far is doing well, so I think it's really just a trial and error thing, and then find something that will support your needs, something that you enjoy, something that fits your beliefs, principles, and something that can truly benefit your customers, your audience. If you suddenly have a change of heart, then switch. As you grow older, your preferences, your beliefs will change over time given the experiences that you will experience. So yeah, it's fine. And lastly, the fashion category. How to start as a stylist. Back in 2017 in August, I applied for a fashion styling workshop in School of Fashion and the Arts, also known as SOFA. It's in Makati. And my professor or mentor was the fashion editor of Metro magazine. Although definitely I learned so much more while being on set as compared to being, in the classroom itself. Rans Manukom, the fashion editor of Metro magazine, definitely helped me go in the industry. So while being in his class, I started to build my portfolio to show, really my style and everything. And at the same time, I suddenly became an intern, a fashion styling intern. And that is basically how I became a fashion stylist. If you guys want to be a fashion stylist as well, you do not have to apply in a school. My best suggestion would be to build your portfolio, collaborate with your friends. Maybe if you know someone who's a photographer, and then use your own clothes first, and then style it, take photos, and then post it online. As for me, it's styled by Cess. So that is my Instagram handle for my Instagram portfolio. That's where you can see all of my works. Well, actually, I haven't updated it. I'm not yet done with 2019 works, I think. But anyway, start with your friends, and then of course, if your work is nice enough, then maybe more professionals. It's really being able to present your style and of course your taste in a social media platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or even your own website. Then once you're super proud of your portfolio, you can now intern in wherever you want to intern in. Of course, fashion styling related, whether it is a company, or you can apply as associates of certain or famous fashion stylists. And then that's where you're gonna meet so many people in the community, like other stylists, makeup artists, models, photographers, set designers, and etc. And from there, of course, you'll get to earn money, you'll get to earn experience, you get to make connections, and after that, you can decide if you want to keep being an associate or if you want to be a separate freelancer independent fashion stylist. I want to work for Fashion Mag, more on the business side though. Any tips? As much as I would like to give you tips that actually worked, well, I haven't experienced it myself, but I guess being in the industry, I would suggest having your Instagram ready, like maybe being very fashion savvy, or attending the interview in a very nice, fashionable, appropriate outfit. Given the amount of people who want to work in the fashion industry, I really think that connections and persistence is the key to getting in there, because it's just a very tough industry to be in. So good luck to you. That is the end of this college career APC fashion themed Q&A. I genuinely hope that you guys learned a thing or two. Please do not forget to follow my Instagram if you haven't yet, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the notification bell. And I'll see you guys on Friday for Fridays with me. Bye!